Okay, so this is Catechism class video number 3. We're still talking about the fourth commandment. We're on question 61 and 62. So next time we'll be on the fifth commandment. But for now, we're still talking about the fourth commandment. And what is the fourth commandment? Remember, it's back in question 57. The fourth commandment is remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, neither you, nor your son or daughter, nor your manservant or maidservant, nor your animals, nor the alien within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, but he rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. And that is Exodus 20, verses 8 through 11. Now, question 61 is this: what does the fourth commandment forbid? The previous question was, how do you keep it? And 58 was, what does it require? But now we're taking the negative look. And so we're talking about what the fourth commandment forbids. Well, here's their answer. The fourth commandment forbids failing to do or carelessly doing what we are supposed to do. It also forbids treating the day as unholy by loafing, by doing anything in itself sinful, or by unnecessary thinking, talking about, or working on our worldly affairs or recreations. Okay, so a couple things that I want to mention there. The fourth commandment forbids failing to do or carelessly doing what we're supposed to do. That would probably be true on every day. If your parents ask you to empty the dishwasher and you do it the whole time, rolling your eyes and complaining about it and making sure that the plates hit the other plates as hard as you can when you're stacking them in the cupboard, things like that. Doing carelessly what we're supposed to do. And the fourth commandment forbids that. We're supposed to do everything as unto the Lord, right? So it's God we're serving in all the tasks that we do, even if other people have asked us to do them. Then it also says it also forbids treating the day as unholy by loafing. Loafing. What does it mean to loaf? To loaf around. It means to be bored, right? To just be so bored that you're lying on the couch and you're sort of rolling your head back and forth, and you're not giving God the attention that he deserves. So the Sabbath day is particularly a day for godly rest and worship. And so if you're loafing, you're not giving God the attention that he requires on his Sabbath day. And so what should you do? You should go find a Bible and you should start reading, or you should go for a short walk and pray, or you should prepare to go to worship by reading maybe the passage that's going to be preached if you know about it, or looking at the text of the hymns, right? And then they say it's not fitting to, on the Sabbath day, doing anything that is sinful. Well, that's true on every day, right? That's the goal. But especially on Sundays, we should be circumspect because it's a holy day. And by unnecessary thinking about, talking about, or working on our worldly affairs or recreations, right? Talking about, working on, thinking about our work, right? So on Sunday, we're to set that aside and focus on God and on worship. But sometimes our mind is like, okay, on Monday, I've got this test I've got to take. And on Tuesday, I've got these appointments that I need to go to. And on Friday, I have a presentation at work that I need to be thinking about. And we begin working on those things in our minds. Fourth commandment says, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't even think about what you have coming up. And then question 62. So that was 61, 62. What are the reasons for the fourth commandment? The reasons for the fourth commandment are these: God allows us 6 days of the week to take care of our own affairs. He claims the seventh day as his own. He set the example and he blesses the Sabbath. Right? So that's the reason why God did this. God worked 6 days in the creation. On the seventh day, he rested. And so we're to do the same thing. We're to work 6 days, and on the seventh, we are to rest. The other thing it says here is he claims the seventh day as his own. Remember that. God especially loves that day and has especially designated for your good, and it's his. It's his. And so we have to do as he calls us to do on that day and not do our own will. There is a verse in Isaiah. Where's a Bible? I should have a Bible here. There's a verse in Isaiah chapter 58, I think it is, that talks about the Sabbath day, and that's how I want to end this section. Isaiah, Jeremiah, back one, Isaiah 58. Let's see here. Yeah, Isaiah 58, 13 to 14. Think about this. Think of what it says. If because of the Sabbath you turn your foot from doing your own pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy day of the Lord honorable, and honor it, desisting from your own ways, from seeking your own pleasure and speaking your own word, then you will take delight in the Lord, and I, that's God speaking, will make you ride on the heights of the earth, and I will feed you with the heritage of Jacob your father, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken. You will ride on the heights of the earth. That sounds like the earth is a roller coaster and God is making you enjoy it. It's kind of like that. God will give you pleasure if you cease from your pleasures on that seventh day, sorry. And so honor the Sabbath day. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. 6 days do your work. On the seventh, it's a Sabbath to the Lord our God. So think about how you're spending your Sundays and think about how you can honor God in them. All right, so 2 more to memorize. Make sure you recite those to your parents as as you work on them and as you memorize them, and also recite them to Ben, Corey, or myself.